Hey everybody, Fishman here. Welcome to another video. This is fishing vlog number 139, and look what I found. I thought I'd give this another try. I think I might pick up one or two more because I think I saw a couple of them that were healthy there. But before I get into today's video, I would like to point out some, well, shorts mostly, and some other links to videos below. My son and I are having a great time playing Dungeons & Dragons, and there's a couple of fun spots there. I thought if any of you are interested, just pop over and have a look. So this whole section here now has been remodeled, and what I've done, of course, as you remember from last video, is put some life in some jars because I wanted to consolidate all those live cultures, and they're doing really quite well. The hard part is filming it. There's an awful lot of stuff flitting around in here, and as you see, the snails are doing fine as well, but any kind of focus through round glass just doesn't work. And the other thing I wanted to do for you guys today was to have a closer look at these tanks, well, this tank specifically, looking for shrimplets. Now, the adults are doing really quite well. I mean, I haven't had any issues with them. I think when I first bought them, I lost, I think 2 of the 7 I bought, and that was down to 5. Then I've had a few batches, and of course there was guppies in the tank, so a lot of predation. I ended up with 2 shrimplets growing up out of the batches I've had, and then I removed all the fish, and I've had some more batches, and I thought, well, enough time has gone by that I think it's time to zoom into right about here. And what I'm going to do is get out a rigid airline tubing, and I'm going to move stuff around, and I'm going to see if I can spot anything, because when I'm filming this, it's on a camera and it's kind of difficult to see small things because I'm trying to do, well, this for starters, and also, it's not a large screen. So when I do this and I record it and I stick it on my computer, I get to see it on a large screen, and I can spot stuff a lot better. So I'm hoping, as I'm narrating this, that something is going to get shuffled out of here. We'll notice something flitting around. I don't know yet, because just like you, I'm watching this for the first time. And so far, I don't really see anything. That doesn't mean there isn't anything there, because often what happens when you have shrimplets like that is they just cling right onto the leaves, and they don't really ever move much. So I don't see anything, unfortunately, but I'll keep my eyes open, and hopefully sometime in the near future we will get a nice pleasant surprise and I'll have a bunch of shrimplets. I keep meaning to separate these guys, but I was thinking about it because I was watching it this week, and I noticed that, well, Mom wasn't really paying that close attention. As you can see, the fry are getting quite large, and I thought, well, maybe it was time. But as I was trying to record this, you watch her. She does the twitches and signals that she gives to the fry. They're obviously ignoring her, but at least she's paying attention, and everybody seems obviously quite happy and healthy. But, it's just not... It's probably preventing them from spawning again, which is not a bad thing, as I don't really have much use for Carbensis. But anyway, they're all doing well. I think I'll just leave it for now, and hopefully sometime in the near future I'll make some tank space somewhere, and we'll get that all divided up. And the other project that I've decided not to do anything with at the moment because of time and everything else, I have yet to remodel this, but that's okay. It's providing a very healthy environment, and that's its purpose, really. So this is Red Luigia, a growth spurt. This is the stuff that came out of the pond, and as you can see, it's now, a few months later, and it has taken over this tank completely. The fish are doing quite well still, so that's fine. I obviously need to prune that back a lot. That's the problem with the Red Luigia, I find. It just takes over, but that's okay. I mean, I just need to find some time in the fish room. I really do need to. I mean, it is getting stupid now. I mean, I have not just that tank. I got this tank here, and all the tanks over on the other side where the platies and zebra danios and everything are. I mean, it just all needs such a drastic pruning. It's just, before I end up with trouble. One of the problems with plants getting too overgrown is I end up having fish issues because they just don't have enough room to swim, and there's not enough circulation in the tank, and everybody just seems to, do a lot worse. Well, except the plants, of course. So I'll have to get to that. I need to find a client who wants some of these because, first of all, they're doing really well. They're all growing up amazingly. I'm very happy with it. But I have too many males, which is fine for people who want them because they usually just want males. But not very good for breeding because too many males, all they do is spar all the time. As you see, there's a couple in there that are less colorful, which is the way that works. The males that are lower on the pecking order, they don't get as much food. They're definitely kept under heel, especially that one right there. And yeah, it's just, I need to spread them out more, and I'm already having enough trouble finding enough room for all the guppies. So yeah, I have to do something with all that. The top part of this is doing amazing. It's all growing so well. And actually, at this point, I'm kind of glad that even though I was just procrastinating to accomplish this, I'm glad I didn't put too many more plants in here, because at this point I can't imagine how overgrown it would be. But for the moment, it's perfectly fine. We'll just see how that goes. Now, I said I was going to prune all this out, and I did. And I showed it to you last week. And I kept meaning to, I'll pull these guys out and put them in a tank over on the other rack. And then get some plecos in here, and then start breeding a bunch of guppies. And also the tank on the left here, I wanted to get that filter out, put another filter in, and also get it set up for guppies. As you can tell, I have done none of that. And even though I've pulled all this apart, there's some nice fish in this tank, so I'm going to need to be a little bit more careful when I pull everything out, because there'll probably be a few fry in there. So this, speaking of overgrown things, really needs to be pruned back. It is now beginning to block a fair amount of light into the tanks below. I'm going to pan back here in a second. I don't really mind a whole lot, except of course it makes it rather difficult for me to record these tanks for you guys. I end up mostly just showing you glare. As you can see here, you just see the tank, well, the light reflected from the pond into here, instead of showing you the light that's actually coming down from the top. So again, something else I need to do, and this is just getting to the point of ridiculousness, because there's so many plants in this tank now. I need to basically just throw a whole pile of it. There's just absolutely no room for all the plants. I have everything from Anubias and Cryptocarine, tons of Red Luigia. There's just so many plants in this tank. I tend to, when I prune another aquarium, just throw them in here temporarily. And then, of course, temporarily becomes, well, months and months. So, and then they just start even growing more in here. So lots of projects. Well, anyone with a fish room knows that that never ends. So anyway, just leave comments. Let me know what you think about all this. And of course, as always, I will see you in the next video, and bye for now.